The Walking Dead is a downloadable adventure game from Telltale Games. The game plays like a slimmed-down modern version of games like The Secret of Monkey Island or Grim Fandango, though it forsakes a lot of the inventory management and obscure item combinations that those games indulge in.
Officer?
The game tells the story of former college professor Lee Everett and 8-year-old Clementine as they try to survive in the most hostile conditions of the zombie apocalypse. It's the dynamic between these two that really drives the game and draws you in. Lee is determined to keep this girl safe, and Clementine is driven by her desire to find her parents, lost after the outbreak. Along the way, you meet a cast of characters, some who stay with you for the rest of the game's 5-episode season, and some who don't. The core gameplay in The Walking Dead involves exploring the environments with Lee, clicking on points of interest, and progressing the narrative. And there's a strong dialogue option component that ties the whole thing together.
What's your name? Anybody in their right mind would.
Where are you headed before the car accident?
I was getting out of Atlanta.
The game starts off by telling you that it adapts to how you play, and it plays you as much as you play it. This is perhaps the best thing about the game. While the broad strokes and important points of the story are predetermined, how you get there is left mostly up to your choices. If you want to be an honest, upstanding good guy who's always thinking of others, despite the fact that it could lead to you getting your face gnawed off, you can do that. If you want to be a complete dick and threaten people and lie like a politician, you can totally do that too. Who lives, who dies, who your allies are, and who's out for your blood, besides the zombies, is mostly in your hands. And, importantly, whenever the decisions are not in your control, you rarely feel as if you're somehow being cheated, or that the game is being unfair.
Whatever you did, keep it to your damn self. Oh, and trying to be less of an asshole would serve you just fine.
Playing through the game repeatedly, or researching the game online, tends to remove the illusion of the game's story being as customizable as it suggests it is. But it does give you an idea of how much effort Telltale went to in terms of the writing. Multiple options for each scenario, some wildly different than others, not to mention that they had to sit down and work out various situations where some characters might have joined you, some may be dead, or some may have left the group. And it's the attention to detail that really shines in this game. You get the sense that the developers worked hard to make player choice mean something. The game has a distinct cel-shaded look, which fits well with its comic book origins. Not to mention the fact that the game has tons of gore and horror sequences, including dozens of deaths for Lee, all of which are suitably depressing. Overall, The Walking Dead has little in terms of traditional gameplay, which makes it a difficult proposition if you're not particularly into narrative in your games. Though if you are, The Walking Dead is amongst the best in the business, and it's one of the best gaming experiences I've had, in 2012 or any other year.
It smells like...
Manure.
manure? Like when a horse plops?
Just like that.
I miss my mom and dad.
I bet, Clem.
How far is Savannah?
Pretty far.
Oh, okay.